Hello, I am Guillaume, and in this video I will teach you how you too can become the best version of yourself and achieve that dream physique that you've always wanted. Now, if you are a remote worker or you're a business owner or you're just a lot on travel for work and you don't want to rely on a gym, then this is the video for you. And I will guide you through a step-by-step method on how to get there as well. So make sure that you have a notepad with you with something to write down so you can write these steps down and you don't have to come back to this video every time. So yeah, I think let's just dive straight into it and I'll see you on the other side. So this is for skinny or fat remote workers who want to lose at least 10 kilograms of fat and pack on lean muscle and keep it forever within 180 days or less using the Recomp method, or I will refund you the full amount. So it's actually without losing and gaining the weight back, the need of a gym, or giving up your favorite foods, or even spending more than 4 hours a week on training. These are results that we've gotten and that we've applied from the Recomp method. I will stumble upon my words and I might take some pauses to think about what I'm going to say. So I'm sorry about that, but yeah, let's get straight into it. So Wout was actually my friend that I've applied it for the first time. And then we started to apply it to other people and clients along the way. And this right here in the middle is me. I started to apply the basics, what I'm going to explain you within this video. And yeah, I've gotten an amazing result out of it. And I can stay jacked all year round, so no problem for me. This is the same for Shane. Amazing result. He just had to strip away the fat. And right now he knows the exact method that he needs to apply to get shredded as fuck. So he lost about 5 kilograms of fat within 180 days whilst building lean muscle. So it depends for everyone, you know. If you have a lot of fat hanging around, then yeah, the fat loss phase will maybe take a little bit longer. Or if you are really skinny and you don't have a lot of fat hanging around, then you might more focus on the rebuilding phase. Now, we are going to focus on these phases later in the video, so don't worry about that. Now, he continued to build 10 kilograms of lean muscle, and this was where he started, like before. And then he started to apply the Recomp method, and he got his results. So as you can see right now, big biceps, big chest, abs, boulder shoulders. It's amazing. It's amazing what this method can do because it literally shows you that it is possible. But it is hard though, it's not easy. So yeah, the Recomp method, who this is for. Now, it is actually if you're looking to lose 5 to 10 kilograms of fat that you won't gain back while building a new frame of muscle that you keep forever while still eating your favorite foods, then this is for you. We'll go deeper into that on how, but basically once you get in shape, it's so easy to maintain that shape. You'd only have to give 100% of your effort or even less. But if you want to get in shape, you're gonna have to push 150% more. And that 50%, those are like the extra repetitions that you do. But yeah, we're gonna go deeper into that. If you're sick of feeling lost when it comes to getting a lean physique and need a simple and proven blueprint that you can fit into your lifestyle while making your life better, unlike most cookie cutter programs, then this is for you. If you feel like you've tried everything and spent long hours at the gym but still don't have that physique that you want and have always dreamt of, then this is for you. And if you don't like searching for a gym every time you travel and you want to be able to train freely without any restrictions, with limited equipment or even no equipment, then this is for you. And if you want to know, and if you know you have the potential to unlock the best version of yourself, but you just need the guidance and the accountability to get you there, then this is for you. Now, who this is not for? If you are one of these persons, if you have one of these traits, and this is a clear sign that this is not the video for you, and you might have wasted your time already. Now, if you want to keep circling around traditional methods that have been holding you back and yield no results instead of using a proven system, then this is not for you. If you're looking for a quick fix and don't want to put in the work required that will keep you in shape for the rest of your life, then this is not for you. And if you're not willing to allocate at least 4 hours a week to training, then this is not for you. And if you simply do not believe that you can achieve your fullest potential, then this is not for you. Right, now with that, we got that out of the way. Let's move on to the next part. Yeah, it's right here. I made it a whole PowerPoint, or it's not really a PowerPoint, but I prefer this over like a PowerPoint. It really explains like the step by steps. Now here's the truth about getting lean and muscular that no one will tell you. You can get lean and muscular without spending hours on training and still eating your favorite foods. And you can keep all these results forever. But most aren't capable of doing so because they don't understand how to log their calories and macros with proper nutrition, how to train effectively with progressive overload, and how to implement the Recomp method instead of just a quick fix approach. So if you're like vegan, or if you're vegetarian, you can still get those results as well. You just have to log your calories and your macros with proper nutrition. So it's not because there's chicken and eggs right here. If you're vegan or you're vegetarian, it doesn't matter. You too don't have an excuse. All right. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to let that happen to you because there is no such thing as I don't have the time, that doesn't work for me, or I'm not ready yet. Because you don't need superior genetics and excessive lifting and cardio or countless hours on spending or training in the gym or even the need of a gym. You don't need that to achieve your fullest potential. I'm not kidding. Now, if you want that person to be you, I will show you exactly how we will navigate around all the things that we've just mentioned, how I help my friend Wout and my clients get the body they always wanted, resulting in an overall better life. I like the benefits are crazy what you get when you get in shape. But yeah, let's not get into that. How I can help you burn fat and pack on lean muscle in 180 days or less. So we're going to show you exactly how. Now, how to do all this without giving up your favorite foods, training more than 4 hours a week of training, or looking for a gym at all times whilst traveling. In case you don't know me, I will give you a brief backstory from where I come from and who this person is behind this camera. Now, I was 15 when I started training with bodyweight movements because I was bored. And I didn't have anything to do because I had an agreement with my parents that was like 9 years ago. So they took away all my multimedia, all my entertainment, and because we made an agreement to having a score on my I needed good grades and I didn't. And they took away all my multimedia for 2 months long during summer vacation. So you can imagine. So I did like just sit-ups and push-ups in my bathroom. And I never did any workout with the intention to look good, but it was just an outlet for me because I was bored. I didn't have anything else to do and my mind was playing tricks with me. And eventually, like the underlying reason of doing that was to gain more confidence and attract better things into my life, like a good girlfriend, a nice job, a good life, a good environment. Those were the underlying reasons because there is so many benefits to getting in shape. It's not just the body. It's not just the way you look. It's what comes with that. And mostly what comes with that is what keeps you moving and what makes you set even higher goals. But let's just stay with this right now. So I traveled a lot with the Navy from country to country, and that made me realize that I had to rely solely on body weight training. And I never lifted a weight to gain the muscle that I have right now. I just knew how to apply progressive overloads onto my muscles. We're going to go deeper into that as well, so don't worry. But I was actually going from country to country, learning new um, not religions. I mean, learning new cultures, the way they train, the way they do things. And basically, what it came down to was just me not needing a gym and just being able to either train at the hotel or train outside at a park or just a floor and something to pull myself up from. So I became really good at it, and I, I can stay jacked all year round, so that's not really a problem for me. About that time, I started to help people achieve the same. I started to do personal training in the beginning, but then I went on to then I got into the Navy and I went on to online coaching. But then they took away my internet, so I couldn't really do the online coaching at a full effort. So that's why I quit. And right now I'm an online coach full time, and I'm loving every bit of it because right now I'm just teaching people to do the same, so they can to implement and keep the results themselves. I don't just give them a to-do list. I literally show them or teach them how to view workouts, how to track their workouts, how to track their calories. So after like that period together with me, they don't need me anymore. They know what is going on inside of my head right now. So yeah, that had to be said. Now the Recomp method, that's actually my playbook through my own trial and error. And I've been digging down into data and knowledge, what was really working and what was bro science, what was bullshit. Now, and what the effective method actually was. And it came back down to some basics. And I'm going to teach you those basics. But the Recomp method has achieved so many results by now. It's like amazing. And I get to help so many people. Now, that was me on top right here. This is Wout, Shane. This was Iben, another person right here on the left. Though, like he was only like 3 months. 3 months, and Iben as well, right here, only 3 months. See what significant difference. That's like the fat loss phase that we'll focus on. Here are some more results. Yeah, just all like on the right side was only 3 months. Yeah, somewhere 6 months. Here, also 3 months. You can like see the difference from his belly. Um, like the brand Calvin Klein comes to show up. It's nice to see like the big difference. Some more people that didn't want to take progress pictures, which is a lost cause for them. But yeah, you can see like the drop in weight is just insane. I too have some people that just want to gain muscle that are really skinny, and the graph should show another thing, right? That his weight should go up, but I haven't implemented it yet into my results. Now, I'm actually coaching people to have a lean and muscular physique and how to keep it forever, even from fat, well-rounded, or skinny fat. It doesn't really matter. The Recomp method works for everyone. Now, you have to follow the steps from A to Z of what my clients did and me to achieve the same result. You have to use my Recomp method. To lose 10 kilograms of fat, pack on lean muscle and keep it forever within 180 days or less. Now, okay, my cat is here. Hello. I hope you can see her. Look at this. Hello. So now the Recomp method is basically a simple blueprint. And you have the fat loss phase and the rebuilding phase. And we're going to go deeper into that as well. But the fat loss phase consists of 90 days of burning the fat away. And that depends on how much fat you have. And if you have a lot of fat, then that phase might take a little bit longer. But it does the same. And you need to focus on progressive overload with bodyweight movements to maintain and build muscle with high volume. And whenever you have a gym or a park, then that is extra and you can use the equipment that is there. But basically, you will have to focus on how to increase your muscle mass by doing bodyweight movements because it is a lifetime skill. Now, you're going to build up habits and routines, and these must be personalized to your fitness goals. Some examples might be getting up and then drinking 500 milliliters of water every day, having 7.5 hours of quality sleep every day, not having your phone on for the last hour before you go to sleep. All of that stuff is actually guiding you through a good result. Lower your food intake and optimize your macros. We're going to go deeper into that as well. Like every step, we're going to go deeper into that. And like optimizing your macros is like eating balanced. Progressive cardio to increase your TDEE is actually your total daily energy expenditure, where we'll increase our daily steps or high intensity workouts, some cardio movements. And then you have the rebuilding phase, and that happens after the fat loss phase. So the fat is stripped off, and then we're going to focus on more muscle. Now, that is 90 days of lean bulking. And the longer you lean bulk, the more muscle you gain. It's that simple. Lowering volume and increase the intensity for maximum growth. To target the muscle building range, you need to be in the 8 to 12 rep range. That is an ideal rep range. You need to hit failure there. That's where you have to like your 2 to 3 repetitions that you do more should not like almost hit the 12th rep or the 13th rep. That's where you're in a good range. And that's still with bodyweight movements. You need to up your food intake so you have the energy to rebuild the muscle because you've been tearing it down with the intensity that you have applied to it. And we can just lower our cardio because we don't need that much cardio anymore because we're really focusing on muscle building. Now, let me show you how we optimized each stage of the system for myself and Wout, so we were no longer held by mistakes we didn't even know we were making in the first place, and finally find a solution so my clients and I can rely on each stage to shred fat and build muscle. And the stages will be training, nutrition, and recovery. Those are like the three big parts that you have to focus on, and the stages will be the fat loss and the rebuilding phase. So how that looks like is right here, and we're going to go deeper into that. But within your training, you have your intensity and proximity to failure. That's what I just told you. Within the 8 to 12 rep range, you need to fail within that rep range. If you fail and tear your muscle fibers, that means your muscle will start to rebuild itself again and get stronger the day after. But your intensity is really important because if you don't have a good form as well, like your alignment and your positive and negative movement, your whole movement, your full range of motion of, let's say, doing a push-up, that too needs to be done well. Because if you don't target as much muscle fibers, then you will not repair as much muscle fibers. You need to tear down those muscle fibers, and that is paired with your intensity and proximity to failure. Now, the eccentric and concentric movement is like the positive and negative movement of you pulling up and then pulling down. But your scapula protraction needs to be well. So, like for example, right here, you can see my shoulder blades are properly engaged. My shoulders are pressing down and are not tucked in with my ears. And you can just see that the form is just really well performed. And that results in more muscle fibers being targeted. So you need to have that progressive overload, and you can increase the weight or the repetitions from week to week. So if you are repping above 12 repetitions, you can add weight if you do weightlifting. But if you do bodyweight movements, you can increase or add another exercise that makes it harder, so you can too increase that difficulty and gain more muscle. Now your nutrition, we're going to go into like the macros and the calories to minimize the fat gain and maximize the muscle gain. Cheat meals, those are also implemented. No worries about that. I'm going to tell you like the best choices for each macronutrient and the intermittent fasting, what that actually consists of, and also your hydration, at least 2 liters of water every day. Don't forget that. And the recovery is just basic 7.5 hours of sleep every day if you can. If not, then just try to get as much sleep as you can, or try to eliminate bad habits that keep you away from sleeping in. That might be the reason, first of all. And rest days, what consists of active and full rest. Active rest days might be just doing some flexibility or mobility routines, going for a run, or just full rest is where you just don't train at all and just let yourself recover. Okay, the fat loss phase. You have your training, nutrition, and your recovery. But recovery speaks for itself, what we just explained. Now, your training, aim for higher rep range. So right there, you can aim for the 12 to 20 repetitions, but you need to keep in mind your form and execution, because that will result in more mind-muscle connection. Therefore, you get more muscle and target more muscle. But you can go a little bit higher in that rep range because it will build a lot of more calories. And especially if you're a beginner, you get to know the exercise and how to perform it. And then you can apply more intensity after some while, because your form and alignment might be shit in the beginning and you don't want to have an injury. Now, you should focus on building a strong foundation within your core and your arm strength. And first focus on that before doing like hard progressive workouts. Make sure that you calibrate your body. And what I mean with that is just do mobility and stretching routines to see if you have any pains and aches. And if you don't have any of that, you can just move on to foundations, where you basically have a strong core and build arm strength with just plank exercise, core movements. And if you feel comfortable with that and you don't lag in any part, and you have a good foundation, then you can apply more progressive overload. So correcting imbalances, fixing any pains and strains, and then growing stronger. Progressively implementing some cardio to stimulate the fat loss and just overall health and endurance. Just not a lot of cardio sessions need to be planned there. Your main focus should be the progressive overload and the strength workouts, but the cardio will help you to stimulate some more fat loss. Within nutrition, it's actually optimized to make fat loss the highest priority through caloric deficit. So you need to be in a caloric deficit. That means that you need to eat less than you burn. And for example, here, Jeffrey, he did a good fat loss, and his macro distribution, he had to hit that every day. So 170 grams of protein, 128 grams of carbs, and 57 grams of fat. That was his balanced approach. He had to hit that every day, his macros. And after a while, it got really easy. In the beginning, it's a little bit hard to track everything, but it's a skill. And after a while, you get to move a little bit more within your caloric calorie counting, just your calorie counting, I mean. So that was actually optimized for him. He knew what he had to target his each macro distribution. So you're gonna have to find that out for yourself online with a calorie counter. Now 16 hours of intermittent fasting to repair the body and stimulate fat loss. And you have an 8-hour eating window. So within that 8-hour eating window, you get to eat whatever you want, your favorite foods, whatever you want. But you just need to hit your calories. You need to stay under your calories or hit a certain calories, and it needs to be balanced. So if it fits within your macros, if it's balanced, you can still eat it. Don't limit yourself. Don't go on a diet. You can still eat the shit that you want. Now, 16 hours of intermittent fasting. Now, you've done your 8-hour window where you eat. And most of the time, I do it from, I start eating at 12. And then I stop eating at 8 p.m. And then at 8 p.m., it starts until 12 again. So that's like the 16 hours of intermittent fasting. Basically, what your body does there is it repairs itself. It does cellular reparation or anything like that. I'm not into the scientific approach of it. For me specifically, it's handy because you go into a ketosis state and the carbs are depleted. So all your sugar and all your carbs were depleted. So you need some more energy. You need your energy to do the things that you're doing on a daily basis. Therefore, you're going to use it from your fats. And it will only use it, or most of the time, it will only use your fats if you prioritize gaining or maintaining your muscle through doing strength training. And if you do strength training together with intermittent fasting, the results are crazy. You get at a result really quick. You can have some cheat days, and I allow that from 1 to 2 per month. Not over that. Mostly that's like a good range. You can choose it yourself if you say, okay, I'm gonna like full uh, full focus, no cheat days, then yeah, you're going to get there quicker. But you need to stay sane. But don't start binge eating, right? Don't start like overeating and emotional eating and all that stuff. No need for that. Just enjoy that day, and whatever you can eat, just eat it if you want to. But don't overeat, because that's where you start to build a wrong relationship with food. Your hydration is really important as well. So 2 liters of water at least every day, and especially if you're training, you should actually drink even more water. So that's everything that has to do with the fat loss phase. Now let's go to the rebuilding phase. Now within your training, you need to optimize the intensity to maximize your muscle growth. So we need to be in a progressive overload and staying within that 6 to 12 or 8 to 12 rep range. That's actually a way lower rep range, but we want to remain into that. So if you're repping higher, then if you're repping higher than like 12, then you know that you're working more on endurance, but then you have to like take a step back, choose a harder exercise, and make it difficult for you again. And that is going to have more intensity and will result in a more effective workout and more better results. And if needed, you can do a deload week to maximum for maximum recovery. And what that looks like is just a week where you don't train at all, or a week where you go a little bit more into higher rep range, back like we just mentioned in the fat loss phase. To just take a load off or of your muscles, because they have been on this constant progress all the time. And to limit the injuries, you can implement a deload week, let's say every 5 weeks or every 4 weeks. But yeah, you can lower down with the cardio. No need for excessive amounts of cardio. No. Now, your nutrition, increase the caloric intake so your muscles get the fuel they need to repair and grow stronger. It's that simple. You need the fuel. You need the food. No need to do intermittent fasting anymore. If you still like to do it because you gain a lot of focus towards your work and finish tasks more easily. That's what I experience when I do intermittent fasting. You can still do it, but you're gonna have a hard time if you are having a hard time with gaining muscle and eating a lot. Then I don't advise you to do intermittent fasting. But if you can implement it together, then yeah, go ahead. But you need to reestablish your high metabolism, and tracking your macros without adding any extra body fat. So you're gonna eat a little bit more above your maintenance calories. You can eat like 4 to 5 cheat meals per month, and yeah, building a physique that is easy to maintain after the process. So what we're having right here is just, it's hard to get in shape, but once you are in shape, it's so easy to maintain. If me right now, for example, like this, if I want to add more muscle on top of that, I would have to increase everything, like what we just mentioned within this. I would have to like go even deeper into it. Now, to just recap everything, the Recomp method is actually to shred away unnecessary body fat and rebuild your physique, so you can gain functional and a muscular appearance, and decide for yourself what this would do to your day-to-day life. what benefits you would gain even from your work. And it's all without having to rely on a gym. If you have one near, then yeah, the better. You can get to still use that equipment, but you don't have to rely on a gym. And that all within less than 180 days. And like for example here, for Wout, the results were so worth it because having his abs, his strength, and a big increase in muscle mass, it felt so good. He was able to travel and hike without even breaking a sweat. It was so easy for him. Not to mention the increase in confidence and being able to attract better things into his life because of it. And it actually just fueled his desire to chase it even harder and tackle on other goals into his life because he saw that it was possible. He got the result out of it. Now, now that you understand exactly how this process works, I have an offer for you. If you are skinny fat without abs, you're overweight, or you're just not satisfied with what you see in the mirror, and you are ready to look good without a t-shirt on, get that lean and muscular look that you never had before, and burst out of confidence that will help you tackle on further goals in your life, then you can get to lose at least 10 kilograms of fat, pack on lean muscle, and keep it forever within 180 days or less using the Recomp method. Or I will refund you the full amount if it doesn't work. And that all without having to rely on a gym, giving up your favorite foods, or spending more than 4 hours a week on training. Now, if this resonates with you, if you say like, okay, this is something that I can use, this is something that I will benefit from, then I will leave my link in the description on YouTube, so you'll be able to schedule a call with me and to see if we are a fit for each other, to see if I can truly help you. It's just a free strategy call. We get to know each other, we'll build some trust, and see if we can work out a good roadmap for you, like a game plan. And if we both see that we are a fit for each other, then we can move on. And I will give you the result that you've always been waiting for. Now, thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you've gotten something out of it and that you learned something. Because I just don't want to give you a to-do list. I literally want you to change the way you think about nutrition and change the way you view your workouts. Because if you just get a to-do list on like, yeah, do this, this, and that, and then you're gonna get the result, you're always gonna have to rely on external things. You're always going to have to search for other methods and quick fixes and cookie cutter programs. But if you can rely on one method that actually works, that already has results, then you get to grasp it yourself. You get to view the method and how it has an effect on your body. And after that process, you won't need anyone anymore because you understand how to view your workouts and your nutrition. You start to understand its basics, and you start to understand how to count your calories and how to increase in progressive overload and get that dream body that you always desired. So yeah, if this sounds like you, just drop a comment or ask me any questions on Instagram. I will leave the link in the description as well. And yeah, if you're ready for a call, go ahead, book it in, and let's get to know each other. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. At least I did. Bye bye.